Welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Jatt. Kobe's just not saying anything and shaking his hands.
I'm waiting for your intro.
Go watch the dive if you're wondering why this may be the last time we say Kobe and Jatt. Next time, it's going to be Welcome to This or That with just Kobe. And he's just going to have no one to argue against him.
The power!
Yeah. Go watch the dive. We're going to do This or That. Slide number 1. We have 7 slides today. Maybe 8, but I think 7. Production was a little confused. What will Jatt get more flame for? His analysis or his game design? So, if you actually only watch This or That as your only form of league content, don't go anywhere else, I will be moving to game design, and if you want more details, go watch. We talk about it a lot. But I almost know exactly what this answer is going to be, and I think it's that.
So I think the move to game design will amplify the flame.
Yes.
Because the people who flamed you for analysis already are gonna jump on that boat no matter what you change for design. Jatt is ruining the game. Yeah.
I'm really not doing anything at first. I'm really just learning. So we're gonna see in the future, and then you can blame me if it sucks.
Always remember, CLG first place.
I mean, as far as analysis, as long as I don't say that like Bjergsen is good or bad at the wrong time, like I'm pretty safe. Like not many people are gonna flame me for other things than that. More likely, 100 Thieves beats Team Liquid.
Oh,
Golden Guardians beats Cloud9.
Man. Ooh, this one. Because Golden Guardians did look pretty bad compared to what people were expecting with all the roster changes. And I think even though the Cloud9 did lose to Team Liquid, they still seem pretty strong to me. But also, 100 Thieves performed worse than we thought they were going to perform.
Yeah.
Someday and who he both.
Yeah, so with all that being said, I think this is more likely. Even though TL looked great, 100 Thieves has looked bad so many times in the past year, and then just won miraculously and beaten good teams occasionally. So this is more likely because I thought Golden Guardians had a much easier schedule last week with which they could not pick up any wins.
Yeah, I think that the 100 Thieves last week was underperformances from those players.
Yeah.
So that means I expect them to be better. Boom, more likely.
I wouldn't predict either of them to happen. I'd say more likely. To
We are in accordance, though.
Yeah.
I also choose this. We're both
good stuff. We've
number
agreed 2 out of 2 times. Number 3 on This or That, Kobe and Jatt. Better Jatt bingo, worrying trend, or you can make the argument.
I like worrying trend because that sucker blew up. That's probably your best meme.
If you missed worrying trend, you missed out. I even leaned into it and had a trend of the worrying trend meme usage, which wasn't self-worrying. And while I say you can make the argument often, like, bingo, I say that more. I haven't said worrying trend in years.
Explain the worrying trend thing, though, because that started with Cloud9, I think, right?
It was Worlds in, I think, 2015.
Yeah.
Cloud9 and Fnatic, they were both solo queuing a bunch. I think I tweeted like Hoonies in Challenger, and after 300 games, Balls is still in D2. That's a worrying trend for Cloud9. And apparently that wasn't okay. Like apparently people thought that that was too mean. It was a whole fiasco.
It was really funny because all of Cloud9 members started getting into it. Then Balls got a pentakill at Worlds.
A lot of pro players really defended Balls because they didn't want solo queue to be used as a judgment of their skill. And then a lot of the community got mad at the pros because they thought that it should be a measure of your skill. And then Balls got a pentakill against Fnatic, against Huni, the origin of the worrying trend meme, and then made a D2 joke in the post-game interview. This is golden days, really, of professional league.
It really takes me back.
But bingo, it's that.
For bingo, I'm just gonna go with this one because I like that meme more.
All right.
All right, number 4.
That was funny. All right, better role to climb with, jungle or support?
For me, jungle.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
For sure, because you can, well, so they've changed support a lot since I played a decent amount of support. In the new role system, I actually haven't had to play support that much.
Yeah.
So I should try it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it a lot depends on the types of champions that you are going to be playing. Because you can play really tanky, like initiator supports who have a lot of game influence, or you can play enchanter supports like Nami or Sona, which have high win rates and depend on the strength of your team. You can kind of pick the same options with jungle if you wanted to play other stuff. But I still say jungle because they have so much early game influence that it's going to be better to climb with.
Yeah, plus they did just nerf jungle though. Big experience nerfs.
Yeah, it's fine.
Through. I'm still going with jungle though.
It's fine.
I'm going with jungle, I agree.
Yeah, this. I think Kobe said this every single time today.
Nope.
Except the first one, okay.
Yeah.
Slide number 5. Another Jatt slide. This is that. Greatest champion ever created in the history of LoL ever. Udyr or Ivern?
From the perspective of Jatt, I think it has to be Udyr because that's what, to me, got you started on rock solid.
Yeah.
This is what I remember. I played a game against Jatt, and he power farmed with Wriggle's Lantern, Phoenix Udyr. I think it was those two. And you out-leveled me by like 3 levels or something, and I was like, what the? And I had not played Udyr up until that point, and then I embraced it.
Yeah, I was the first one to not do Madrids on junglers, because Udyr was good enough that he could just power clear and Wits End rush. It's Udyr, man. Like, Ivern is something that I could get elo with after wrist surgery because I was playing with a vertical mouse. And all I had to do was, like, E a dude and lock an R on a champion and then just, like, waddle around.
I think that's a fitting description here of Ivern.
Yeah, he's got a lot of mental stuff that goes on, but Udyr is just way more fun for me to play. If I'm picking between the two, it's definitely this.
That's what I think of when I think of Jatt, so
Not
I'm
even
going
close.
this.
Next slide on this or that. Better clutch performer, Piglet or Demonte?
I have to go Demonte.
Yeah.
Piglet was good. And I know that people had a lot of doubts there too, but Demonte, the North American mid laner, he's still super young. His Akali game turned the game around for Clutch versus TSM. I think that was the difference between them with basically a loss with Huni getting smashed there and pulling around. Plus his Galio game was also good.
Yep, Piglet was good, Demonte was better. I think it's pretty straightforward on this one. A surprising 2-0 week for Clutch, who I did hype on last week's episode of This or That. So good for me.
Analysis, not to be flanked for.
Maybe that means I was right on some of the slides. Overall, This or That champion, Kobe or
Oh! Like a year ago, I think, they
Yeah.
checked in, and I was ahead, but we haven't checked in since then.
I think it depends on how you keep score. Because based on my recollection of the analysis on This or That slides that could be factually proven, so these were only slides that were who will win or better chance at MVP, Kobe had like a 6-slide lead. It was like 111 to 105 or something. I don't think I've caught up,
But could be the case.
but I don't know if that's what you award a championship on. So really, if you talk about like more intros, clearly me. More outros, clearly me. So
More times running into the screen.
yeah, clearly Kobe.
There's something the producer calls drifting. They say I do a lot when I get into the slides and I cover the screen. So I'm probably getting minus points for that.
Yeah, shows up on time more often. That is likely me. So you can, I mean, based on the facial expression, I think you're hearing that I'm the victor. So
That's a rare picture of me on that side of the screen.
true. You're almost that's an old picture. We've been on, I think last year we switched sides once. That's not meaningful for anyone but us.
Well, if you judge champion by longest time doing the show, then I'm about to win.
Yeah, a lot of times the greats are decided by their longevity in the sport. So really, it depends how many seasons you can continue.
I'm gonna go with Jatt.
When I'm a guest like in a year, I'll say it was you. But for now, I'm doing it.
It's an honorable move. I gotta go with Jatt as well.
And that's it for This or That with Kobe and Jatt. It has been a hell of a ride. One of the favorite shows we've been able to do.
We're gonna touch
Also,
mics.
if you're super confused, literally go watch the dive. Like the 50-minute mark or something. I'm sure it's time-stamped. And LCS starts. Make sure you're watching Countdown. 1:30 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, 11:30 p.m. Pacific on Sunday. It's gonna be a good show. I'll be watching.